Botswana Connects. At the top of the hour, 2 o'clock, we get into it in context. Ikanyarwan.
I, on behalf of Botswana, can confirm that we have been a party to the two projects, Techobanine and the rail projects, for a number of years. I can confirm that we met as heads of state following the meeting of our senior officials and ministers to give a stamp of authority and authorization to the execution of this project. I can also confirm that we expressed an eagerness to accelerate the development of these two projects. We can tell the world, as we do tell our citizens, that we three wise men, not the musketeers, are aligned fully, are committed, and are resolute to make sure that these projects are executed. And there's a reason behind it. Our whole populations in Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Botswana, including SADC, added to that the rest of Africa and the world, are waiting for this. We committed when we gave authorization to the Africa We Want, Agenda 2063, to our SADC plan. Our national plans speak to this because we want prosperity for every SADC country, for every African country. And the way to do it is to make sure that we optimize and add value to each of our economies. And this that we have met about today exemplifies that. And I can assure you, we have charged our ministers of transport in particular to make sure they meet today, and even next week we're committed to meeting in Harare, Zimbabwe, to take this a step further. So nobody should wait any longer. These two projects are particularly significant because there is a role for everybody, a role for every country. The beautiful thing about the conceptualization of these is that there's no canceling out of any. There is value addition and potential for growth for every country, be they governments, be they parastatals, be they private sector. And the interconnectedness of people, as we are rolling out the ease of movement of people and goods and services, could not be easier. I also want to add my voice to commending President Nyusi in a very particular way, because he's coming towards the end of his legitimate legal term of office as President of Mozambique. That is very reassuring, because for those who may have doubted about the stability and the respect for the rule of law in the region, here's yet one another example coming up. But not only that, President Mnangagwa and I have assured him that we are going to be supportive of Mozambique, even more so as a gift to him in his farewell, because Mozambique is on the threshold of celebrating 50 years of independence. And what better gift can we give to the Mozambicans? To remove the scars of war by giving them the opportunity of rail and port. Added to that, our mineral resources, our goods, our business, our people. And they too give back to us by sharing in that. That's prosperity. That's integration. And we three are committed to demonstrating to the world that this is the way we do business, and it can never be delayed any longer. So I want to commend you, President Nyusi, for your sterling leadership, for what you've done, not just for Mozambique, but for landlocked Zimbabwe and landlocked Botswana. We are now sea linked. So I want to let you know, I don't know if President Mnangagwa has started or done this. We in Botswana have joined the International Maritime Organization because we've told the world now we have a port coming. And we have a rail to it. So I want to invite you, my brother, President Mnangagwa, to also, if you haven't joined yet, to join it. We do many things together. I mean,
many good things.
Good things, yes. So if we meet in Mozambique and we get access to the sea, we may even consider investigating the procurement of vessels going into the future. So, you know, this may be said in jest, but it's really intended, because the value proposition of any country is determined largely by its competitiveness and the competitiveness of its goods. And sea transport is absolutely vital. We want to commend President Nyusi for giving us confidence that these agreements that we sign will outlive his leadership of the country, and the incoming leadership of Mozambique, the government, the people, are all embracive of it. So I want to thank you, my dear brother, and I wish you the very best, but we will be with you, not just in Harare, but also into the future as we execute.
This summit allowed the three heads of state to devise mechanisms on the operationalization of the Techobanine port, reflecting on our commitment to the project, which initially started as a private sector-led effort. In the intervening period, our three governments have held deliberations at technical and ministerial levels before the escalation to the head of state level, ourselves here. In fulfillment of previous agreements for member states to contribute towards the feasibility study of the project, I expressed Zimbabwe's readiness to fulfill its obligation as an expression of our commitment to the groundbreaking trilateral project which we are witnessing today. The development of the key infrastructure between our three countries is in sync with our National Development Strategy, NDS, and Vision 2030, as well as regional and continental integration in fulfillment of the African Union AU Agenda 2063. During the Tripartite Summit, we underlined the need to further deepen economic cooperation as a way to overcome logistical bottlenecks in the transportation of goods and services between our countries. It is important to highlight that the Tripartite Summit was preceded by high-level visits among our three countries, as well as the Zimbabwe-Botswana Binational Commission, the BNC, which was held in February 2024, and the Zimbabwe-Mozambique Joint Permanent Commission on Cooperation, the JPCC, which took place in November 2021, and is now to be upgraded to a BNC. During the deliberations, I also took the opportunity to apprise His Excellency, my dear brother, President Nyusi, and His Excellency, President Moketsi Eric Masisi, on the advanced progress made by Zimbabwe in preparation for the forthcoming SADC summit in Harare. As the incoming chair of SADC, I also took the opportunity of the Tripartite Summit to reaffirm my commitment to work closely with all SADC heads of state in pursuit of our integration goals as a region. Lastly, my dear brother, I commended my counterpart and dear brother, President Nyusi, for his exceptional leadership during his tenure as the president of Mozambique over the last decade. He's about to bid farewell. We are still continuing. I also wished Mozambique and Botswana success in the forthcoming national elections.
Manyana village is home to people of Bahurutsi descent. The village has a rich history dating back to the era of tribal skirmishes in southern Africa. Manyana was originally home to the Bagwana people who settled at Dimawe, which was established by Kgosi Sitshele I, who ruled between 1812 and 1892.
Motse ra o thega o tswa ka go Transvaal kgaolo e ne bidiwa Borutwe o disitswe ke dintwa tsa Maburu ne le Kgosi Mangope ka nako eo ana le bana ba gagwe ba tla go goroga ka kwano go le go bidiwa Dimawe ba fitlhela re fo Bakwena Sitshele ba gorogela mo go yene ile ba ntse ba le